At 2 a.m. on Sunday, June 12th, 2016, a man walked into an Orlando, Florida bar and shot 50 people dead and wounded 53 others. These people happen to also be part of the LGBT community. As of this recording, only a few of the victims have had their names released, and everybody is still in shock over the incident because it is the largest shooting in U.S. history. The shooter obtained his weapons legally, even though the FBI questioned him a couple of times in 2013. Now, both of the times that he was questioned had very specific instances surrounding it. One was coworkers reported him for some, I guess, cringeworthy comments that he had made, and then also he was sought in connection with a suicide bomber. Both of them turned up that he didn't pose any kind of threat, and that he should be, he shouldn't be put on any kind of list. Now, one has to wonder, what does Islam actually say about homosexuality? Because it's been confirmed that he was very religious in nature. So I'm kind of wondering if we can get somebody, like an expert, to shed light on this.
Death is the sentence. I mean, look, there's nothing to be embarrassed about this. Death is the sentence.
Here's a story you won't see anywhere else. A Muslim scholar says killing homosexuals is the compassionate thing to do. And he's just hours away from speaking at an Islamic center right here in Central Florida.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot. Okay. Sure. Yes, it is so much better to just go and kill homosexuals because that's just better for them. All of us out here in the Islami world, it's so much better to just kill a homosexual than to let them live. Way to go, religion. Now, as with any instance like this, it comes with its own hashtag pray for bloogity blog, right? And this particular tragedy isn't anything different. The governor of Florida actually is calling for, others to pray for the victims and pray for the victims' families and those that are injured.
But beyond that, sir, there are a lot of Americans watching right now who want to know what they can do to help. What can they do to help, sir?
I think it's pray. Pray for just think about, pray for the victims, pray for their families, pray that this never happens again. We have a wonderful state.
What is the purpose exactly of praying? I mean, honestly, answer me in the comments section if you want to, but I really don't know what the purpose in praying for this is, because it's pretty obvious that if God could have stopped it, he would have, like beforehand. So what are you praying for exactly? A speedy recovery? Maybe you should be thanking the doctors for that. Maybe you should be thanking the doctors' years and years of practice and service to, their particular profession. Maybe that's who you should be thanking, and that's who you should be ushering, into the surgery room and saying, yeah, save them, will you? I mean, I know that's your job and all, but I felt like you probably forgot. So why don't you go and do that? But if you really think about it for a minute, praying to God to do something is really pretentious of the religious crowd out there right now, isn't it? I mean, because God's going to do what God's going to do if he does indeed exist. Like, he doesn't give two shit tons of fuck for any of your prayers. I mean, because if it's already in his plans, he's going to do it anyways. It's almost like you're asking him, oh, hey, God, can you do this for me? Well, and God's up there, and he's like, well, I already know the answer. You're just going to have to figure it out when a bullet catches you in the eye. I mean, shit. If you really think about it, though, the number of people that thinks psychokinesis or telekinesis is real is far, far lower than those that think that just their thoughts and happy thoughts and wishing will actually have a real effect on reality. And this isn't just me generalizing Christians. You're seeing this everywhere across social media right now. You're seeing people say that prayer does so much more, especially when you believe in it. You know why it does so much more? Because it makes you feel better. It makes you feel better that you're not doing shit about it. Instead of actually going out and helping, either donating blood, maybe writing your congressman about these shitty gun laws, any of those things would be more helpful than you getting on your knees and sucking Jesus's dick for a little bit. I mean, isn't it nuts to think that people who think psychic powers are real are far less numbered than those that think that just sitting there and praying for God to change his heavenly plans just for fucking you is actually going to have an effect on reality? There are more people that believe that than psychics. Now, prayer has been studied in a scientific setting. There's one particular study that I'm linking with this video that shows how prayer actually hurts people as they are, recovering from surgery, rather than those that don't know somebody's praying for them. So the only person that you're helping by praying is yourself. As I've said before, you're just making yourself feel better for not doing shit. That's all that's doing, because you're not doing. You think that you're doing something, so you feel proactive, and that prevents you from actually doing something else. This isn't all Christians, mind you, but the vast majority of Christians would just sit there and pray for the families and pray for all of this, and then not do shit. Whereas I know that I can't do anything about it. I know that I can't go down there to Orlando right now and help out in the emergency room or something like that. I can give blood. I can write my congressman. There are a lot of things that I can do, but as far as for the people that are there right now, I'm not what they need. But yet, apparently, pretentious as fuck Christians think that they know exactly what these people need. Because they're praying to God to change his holy plan. God already has a plan in store for these people, if God exists, if he follows the Bible, which we know the God of the Bible doesn't exist, but this is speaking from the point of view of Christians out there. And it's just so fucking pretentious to think, I'm going to pray to God, and then God's going to do what I pray for. It's almost like you're giving God an answer on Jeopardy, and you're hoping that you get it right. If you get it wrong, you're fucked. Anyways, I'm John Gleason, the Godless Engineer. Please go down below, hit like, and that'll help me out a lot. Also, leave a comment with what you think about the Orlando stuff and the shooting gun laws. Let me know about all of your ideas on that. And then also subscribe if this is your first time here.